Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. You joined me on the most unproductive morning that I've ever had. I got up this morning and I went to the gym and was like, right, okay, I'm gonna go to Dunelm, do a few housey bits. Back on the interior bandwagon, ready for finishing off the garden and things like that. So I went to Dunelm to get this blanket basket because I thought, oh yeah, I can come back, that can be like the first little thing that I do. I'm sick of the blankets being on the end of the couch, just piled up in an absolute mess. It got to Dunelm, they didn't have the blanket basket. They didn't have anything even remotely similar that would have been the perfect substitute. Then I also thought, right, I'll pop next door, I'll get some soil because I want to repot some of my plants. The Home Bargains were shut. So I was like, right, okay, so I can't get any soil, I haven't got a blanket basket. Not the end of the world, I'll pick up the soil tomorrow, which is what I'm going to plan to do when I do my food shop, because Home Bargains is next door, so I can just whiz in there, grab some soil, and then that can be a tomorrow or later in the week job. And I've actually since gone online and actually ordered the basket that I wanted for click and collect, so I may well be able to pick that up by the end of the day. If not, I'll pick it up tomorrow because I know me and Callum are headed in that way anyway. This is the basket. This is actually, you can see that's 4 baskets in, stacked into each other, but I've actually got the smallest one because that was still like 30 by 35 or something like that. There's quite a few little bits that we want to change around the house. So one of the main places that we're making some changes is the bedroom. It was the first room we did and I feel like there's a lot of things that we would do differently. We've actually already changed the paneling or added additional pieces and painted it. And then we want to change the wall art, upcycle the bedside tables, and then there's a couple other little bits that we need to change. Anyway, so been on Decennial, having a little peruse of the art, and I sent this over to Callum the other day, which I thought, because just look at the setup in the room, right? It's all beiges, it's all greys. This is kind of the vibe that we're going for. So in my head I was like, right, let me get those pictures. They're called the Soft Lines Texture #1 poster, and then there's a #2 poster as well. However, I have since remembered and come across the fact that in lockdown a lot of people were doing this art for themselves, and rather than it being a picture, I do think I'd rather it as like a textured piece of art. So I'm in two minds as to whether to do it myself, you know, buy 2 canvases, get a big pot of pre-made polyfiller, I can like mask and tape off the edges, and I could do my own. Is that not cute? I don't know whether I'd paint it white afterwards or whether I'd just keep it the colour that polyfiller is. I'm undecided, so let me know, do you think I should do 2 big, I was thinking like maybe an A2 canvas, an A3 or an A2 canvas? Do I do my own 2 big canvases with polyfiller, or do I buy the Decennial prints that just have it done already? Let me know in the comments, please. I really need some assistance on this. If I do it myself, I will put it in a video. I'm just on the French Chic website now, and from the Lazy range, it's a colour called Creme de la Creme. Really lovely off-white cream colour. Stunning. And then I'm ordering the brown in wax. So the plan is to do this to the bedside tables to make them more of an oaky, woody cream effect, and hope for the best. That's all ordered. Hopefully it won't be long before the paint gets here. I'm going to update you on the baskets. I am, however, going to wait for feedback on the Decennial prints, and if I get some soil tomorrow, we'll do a little bit of plant repotting. Can't wait. It's a couple days later. If you can't tell, I'm here with the compost. I found a big old bag, 50 litres of compost in Home Bargains for literally $4.99. I have just come back from HomeSense, and a bit annoyingly, I ordered the basket from Dunelm to click and collect, and they cancelled the click and collect 3 hours later, literally when I was like, oh, any minute now, gonna come through and it's ready, and they cancelled it and said that the item was unavailable. So I ordered it online. Anyway, I went into HomeSense tonight to have a look for a little plant pot. I have basically bought a plant pot, but I also found the basket of my dreams. I bought the basket and the plant pot, even though I've got a basket on the way, and I intend to basically send the basket back from Dunelm when it arrives. I don't know why I didn't just think to go to HomeSense first, but I swear that in the past I've been to HomeSense and I've not been able to find or see a basket that I like, or they've just not had that kind of thing in. So the plant pot that I got is a bit of a bigger one, and it is this gorgeous terracotta orangey colour. I absolutely love it, and this was only £10, so I really feel like that was quite good because I've been in there before and definitely spent more. And then the basket, the piece de resistance, is this bad boy, and it looks quite big, but when it's sat on the floor, it's just like, this is a perfect size. £15, a little bargain. Really chuffed with these bits that I've got from HomeSense. So let's do the blanket basket first, and then we're going to deep dive into the world of plants and pots. Can we just take in how unreal the blanket basket looks? I've just had a little play around of which pots I think I want each plant in. The only plant that I'm going to be doing some research on is my aloe vera, because the girl, she's getting really long. She is actually only in a pot this big, so when you actually look at, oh my god, yeah. Anyway, she needs some strength. I'm not sure whether you're meant to cut an aloe vera or when you're meant to, but she is just so heavy and everywhere. So I need to give her some TLC. I'm going to get my gloves on and start repotting. Finished now, and I've got a hell of a lot of tidying up to do because I've created one hell of a mess. I really couldn't decide what pot to put the rubber plant in, but I decided to just stick to the Aztec pot because this one was, it looked too out of proportion, and this one was just so unsturdy. So I'll put it back in there for now because I just thought, well, I'm only going to be repotting it anyway when I get this other pot that I would prefer. It's not the end of the world, it's just the plant pots, that's fine. I have just had a very last minute trip to, oh god, to IKEA. So I thought that I would quickly show you some bits that I got because they're housey bits. Some of them are for the bedroom, which you will know is an ongoing project. First of all, I don't know why, as a cinnamon lover, I have never picked these up before in IKEA. And I noticed they did some vanilla ones as well today. Pick these up, I've just had two. They're so good. When I went to America, I had cinnamon centers, like the Cinnabon centers, which were incredible. And these are just really soft, and they're literally like the center of the cinnamon swirl, which obviously is the best bit. Highly recommend. These are perfection. I just can't believe I haven't had them sooner and that I didn't get more. So I'm just gonna get started. I'm not doing this in any particular order. Everything is from IKEA apart from one thing, which was from B&M. Because I know you can see it straight away. I picked up this fake hanging plant. I had a hanging plant, a real one, on my bookcase, but through the winter, I think where it's in the corner of the house that gets the least sun, etc, etc, it died. Hopefully I'll be finding a plant pot for this in a moment and popping that in its little pride of place. Obviously I picked up some tea lights because I'm actually running low. Then I picked up this lovely vase, which is kind of like black tinted glass, ribbed. It's gorgeous, and I picked up to go in that from the fake plant section these 3 strands of eucalyptus. I did have them in there nicely earlier, but I thought them in there for the centre of this. And I've decided that I'm going to do like a coffee table centrepiece, which I normally have a candle on there, but I'm going to be changing the coffee table round. I'll explain that all soon. So I thought that this would be a lovely feature on that little placemat. I also picked up some more of the coffee coasters. I picked up this little chair, which I've seen loads and we actually have one at work, but I often am watching YouTube videos when I'm cooking, and I feel like this is just going to be my perfect little kitchen thing, especially since I've got a new phone. I want to keep it in the best condition possible. This little £1 mister, a tin opener, because me and Callum are really struggling to find one that actually works. Another piece for the coffee table centre is this gorgeous kind of amber toned mottled glass jar. It's just stunning, gorgeous. There it is in the background. I picked up a little pillar candle because me and Sam actually found these gorgeous glass red, we're assuming it's for like a pillar candle basically because it was in that candle section, and these were reduced to £3, and I just think it's gorgeous. It's red. Does it have a particular place in my house right now? No, it doesn't. Am I going to find one? Yes, I will, because this is just going to be a stunning situation. From B&M, I picked up this lovely candle. I didn't have all of my other little pieces with me, but I'm hoping that this will be the finishing touch for my little coffee table centerpiece. Finally, last 4 things. I picked up a real life succulent. Succulents are very easy to keep on top of. I thought if I'm adding anything to my plant collection, it needs to be something easy to keep on top of. So this little aloe vera, she's so cute, and I love a little aloe. This one is going to be for the kitchen. So I bought, oh my god, my camera's flashing red. So I bought this to clip into our kitchen, hopefully give us some extra storage for cups and things in our mug section. And then upstairs for the bedroom, I picked up this gorgeous beige coloured throw. I'm just going to try and go beige in the bedroom. I know I keep toying with the green, but I just think the green can be the plants and everything else beige, just whilst I'm trying to keep things simple, cost effective. And then finally, I actually found a light shade that will hopefully fit our bedside table lamps and replace the ones that we currently have because they're stained with oil from my reed diffuser. That is everything that I got from IKEA. I am going to put my camera on charge, sort out some of the bits, film some other bits, and yeah, I'll come back to you with some little details, but I hope you enjoyed. I spent just under £80, so probably a little bit more than I intended to, but I feel like I have got some really lovely bits and it's just going to make our house feel super, super homely. So yeah, just started, as you can see, unpacking some of the IKEA bits, and I'm starting off with the little cupboard insert, like the extra shelf. However, the label wasn't coming off properly, and I'm one of those where I was in 2 minds as to whether to 1, leave the label completely, or 2, take it off, but because it'll be at the back of the cupboard, let it remain not perfect. I've decided that I'm soaking it. So the rack is currently in hot water. Probably not great for the coating on the metal. That is on the back burner for the moment. Onto plants. I've actually just moved, so this is the little succulent. Put this in a vase that came with a plant that I bought in Aldi at some point, and I just think that that works quite nicely there. And then the only other plant to add is my little hanging plant. So again, I've put this in a pot that I actually got with a plant in Aldi. My only other regret from today is not getting, there was this other kind of half ribbed, half smooth glass, black glass vase, and Sam did pick that up for her hanging plant, and I wish that I got that for mine. The only reason I didn't is because this shelf is black. So I thought, well, having a black pot on it, it's not going to kind of stand out. This is the plant pot at the top. I actually think it looks quite nice, and the pot actually isn't the end of the world. I still do think the black pot would look good because you'd be able to see it off the white wall at the back. And it definitely makes the books look more balanced. Now I'm going to work out whether the centerpiece is going to go on the coffee table or the dining table. So I'm going to trial the coffee table first. I do really like that, and I much prefer the coffee table with just 1 level, for sure. I mean, obviously this doesn't look great, but the dining table definitely needs something underneath of it as like a permanent fixture. So I'm just gonna clear the space, try it over there, but either way I don't think the second coffee table is going back there. Right, and this is it on the table. Do I have it on the table and keep the coffee table nice and simple with just the coasters? Do I keep it on the table and add the layer to the coffee table back and just grin and bear it? Or do I have this on to the coffee table and leave the table, or add something else to the middle of the table? Either way, this is delightful. I feel like it definitely pops, the wicker definitely pops better on the coffee table. It might be nice to do something similar maybe on a black base so that pops off the wood. I'm not sure. It has just taken me about 3 hours to get the sticky residue off that rack that I had in the sink. Anyway, good hack. This worked on like a coated metal, so I'm not sure if it'll work for every type of fabric or material. But I actually just got some baby oil and a credit card. Baby oiled it because I thought, what is going to stop it sticking? And in my head I just kind of thought the whole oil, if water's not working then surely oil. And it has literally just come off and then literally just slipped off. So that is now done. So this is how it looks in the cupboard. Basically, we just had quite a lot of cups ended up stacking here. So I thought, well, if I just put the cups that we don't use up out the way, and then I've also put our marshmallows on there. I thought that I would just put together one of the lampshades just to see if it's going to be a similar size to these ones here. You might be thinking, why are you changing the light shades? And I'm not going to be doing it right now. I'm going to wait until all of the painting and bits are finished in this room, and then I will be putting the light shades on so that all the finishing touches kind of come together. So I will also be setting this aside for that time as well. There we go.
Same.
Literally the literal same size.
Literal.
That is literally perfect.
Literally.
So that's done. I'm going to set them aside.
Cool.
And hopefully crack on with some of the other bits very soon for our room. Guys, it has been a long day. I planned to film this ages ago, but I've been watching Kin. It's such, what is my head in? Such a good programme. Literally can't stop letting the episodes just roll into the next one. But as you saw, paint is here. Very excited to get this going. Callum actually picked up the hand electric sander from his mum and dad's earlier, so maybe we'll look at planning that into maybe next week, the week after. I'm probably going to do that in like part 2 of house updates, house renovations, things like that. So yeah, probably going to leave that for part 2. But guys, the original basket that I wanted has arrived, and I know I bought the other one that's down there, if you can see it, which I do think actually works better with the living room because it's slightly shorter, a little bit more compact. We're tight for space here. There's a lot going on in the living room at the moment. I really like this. When we do the bedroom video or further bedroom updates, I'm sure you'll see what use I make for it. But I just thought I'd show you the purchases. I feel like this video has been very buying related, but it's all been bought over time. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're enjoying the return to the house renos and getting things sorted and updated. Please drop this video a big thumbs up and remember to subscribe to my channel down below so that you know exactly when there are any future uploads. And I look forward to seeing you in part 2 of the house renovations, when we more than likely will be doing the bedside tables. See you then. Bye.